Kane, and you're watching WGS-TV. And if not, what's up with that?
Hello everyone, welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer. It's FXTV and Spreaker. I am the WrestleGamer, Double B Billing Bujo. This is going to be the Monday Night Raw review for the week of December 16th. December 15th, I'm sorry. I got the wrong date written on this thing. I'm sorry. December 15th, 2014. I need to recheck my notes before I start recording this damn thing. Anyway, guys and gals, joining me on the review this week, ladies and gentlemen, from YouTube.com/LanceMossTV, he is the incomparable Lance Moss. Lance, how you doing?
Better than I have been the last few I've been done on here.
Now, after Monday Night Raw last night, you know, I want to go through a lot of the other YWC members like Simon Nicole, you know, Off the Road Show, but he doesn't usually, Schlag Daddy doesn't really put up his reviews until maybe a day or two after this, but, you know, it's been working for him, but anyway, a lot of the other YouTubers like Enter the Arena US and Simon Nicole, they're all marking out the return of Bork Lazer. I don't respect Brock Lesnar, so I call him Bork Lazer. And say, oh, he's the best, you know, he's awesome, he's better. No, he's not. And well, it's a matter of personal opinion. There are a lot of people out there who want to worship the ground Bork Lazer walks on. I, for instance, want to burn the ground that he walks on because I don't respect him. You know, I don't see him as this huge wrestling idol that everybody wants to worship. I just don't see it. I mean, what is so brilliant and so amazing about Bork Lazer that just gets everybody to gravitate toward him? I just don't get it. I just don't. Huh? I'm doing my Raw review right now. No, but I'm ranting about the appearance of Bork Lazer. See, I don't respect Brock Lesnar, so I call him Bork Lazer. And apparently, it's just, again, Lance, I just don't see what other people see that make them want to worship the ground Bork Lazer walks on. I just don't see it.
Well, tell the truth, you just don't respect Paul Heyman, guys.
I respect Paul Heyman.
No, I said not Paul Heyman, guys.
But guys and gals, my twin sister Ginny is here, and she wants to throw in her statement about Monday Night Raw.
Overall, I was kind of disappointed in some of the matches. I think that Brock Lesnar as a champion is a very poor choice. We need somebody who's going to be there every night, entertaining the masses, doing his job. Brock Lesnar cannot come in and be a part-time champion and think the fans are going to gravitate towards him. John Cena's there every night, and yeah, people are going to boo him. Yeah, we use him a lot, but there is a reason, because he is there every night. And he makes the money, and he knows how to work the fans. He's good. This is his life. It's like he said. Brock Lesnar, this is not his life. He does not have the same level of commitment that John Cena has. And anyone else has to say the same about him. I don't know anybody else who is committed to the WWE as John Cena is. Okay, well, that's it for me for right now.
Well, like I said, you know, a lot of people, you know, share my opinion. A lot of people disagree with my opinion. But anyway, let's get to the actual review. Chris Jericho will be hosting Monday Night Raw, and I still wonder to this day, Lance, how many batteries does it take to light up that jacket of his, man? I mean, it was like 13, 14 AA batteries that he has in there, possibly with a 9-volt as well.
Well, those are probably LEDs, so, and the voltage on them ain't that high. So he probably has like, well, 1 second.
All right, well, Lance is
about the size of this to light up that thing.
Okay.
And yes, this is my tree.
Well, Chris Jericho would be there to host Monday Night Raw this week as the special guest general manager, and of course, he would go the route that we thought he was going to go. He's going to address Fandango and demand the return of his Slammy. Instead, he gets Paul Heyman, and apparently Jericho has got an issue with Paul Heyman over $200 from a bank that he owed him from ECW and tapes that he released, apparently, of that sort. And then Paul Heyman will start to make comments about Seth Rollins and how he failed on TLC. The overall pay-per-view was almost a failure in a sense. And then Jericho and John Cena would come out and they would make two big matches for Monday Night Raw. One, Cena versus Rollins inside of a steel cage. I approve. And then the other, it was almost blatantly obvious what was going to happen. He makes it Jericho versus Paul Heyman, and then the stipulations, they had Extreme Rules, Street Fight, no holds barred. Lance, let me ask you a question. What is the difference between these three?
The name.
Exactly, that's it. Just the name. Everything else is basically the same thing. And I would figure, since it was Paul Heyman, they would try to levy towards the Extreme Rules part, since he was talked about extreme and stuff like that. But we'll let you know what option was selected when we get to it. The opening match was Erick Rowan and Dolph Ziggler taking on Luke Harper and The Big Show. We did notice a lot of the welt marks and bruises all over Dolph Ziggler, and we also noticed that Luke Harper's arm, Lance, was heavily bandaged after what happened at TLC, because that thing got gashed like it was going against a cheese grater.
I know, right? And no, New Jack was not in TLC last night.
No, go ahead.
Although that would have been quite funny. Honestly, this was actually a tag match I quite enjoyed, which y'all know on WGS-TV, I am not the biggest fan of tag team matches. Or WWE's tag team matches.
But boy, we're going to have a surprise for everybody when we tell them about it. But the finish of the match, it was Big Show hitting the knockout punch on Erick Rowan and getting the win like that. So that's pretty much the end of that. And then Jericho backstage would confront Fandango or the Slammy, saying, after I'm done with Paul Heyman, I'm going to come dance all over your face and take back my Slammy. Up next, the Bella Twins versus Alicia Fox and Natalya. Oh, where's James when we need him? Natalya would lock on the Sharpshooter on Brie to pick up the win, and also noticeably that Tyson Kidd was checking on Nikki, and I'm pretty sure Nikki and Lance had two good reasons for him to be checking on her, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, he might want to watch out. Cena might not take too kindly to him getting so close to his woman. He's just getting off of NXT.
Yeah, and not only that,
Natalya might take his ass to the dungeon.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not in a good way.
Pretty much. But following that, we would have the return of the highlight reel. Last time we had the highlight reel, it was before Survivor Series, where Jericho would predict Team Authority would lose. And tonight you would have Rusev and Lana on there. And I got to say, I don't care what anyone says, I love Jericho, Lance. I mean, what he did to Lana and Rusev on the microphone last night, that was hilarious what they were doing.
Yeah. Some of that stuff I'm pretty sure wasn't PG. Which I approve.
But now, here's something that was really, really interesting about the whole segment. Is the fact that Jericho said that he knew someone who wanted to fight Rusev right away. And my first thought was Jack Swagger or somebody else that he's already beaten before. But it's not. It's Ryback. And Lance, I never thought about this. Could Ryback be the one to get the pin, the first pin on Rusev? They could play it like that.
Very true. It's just depending on how hard they're wanting to push Ryback.
Well, they've been pushing him like crazy, though. Isn't it safe to say they've been pushing him like crazy ever since he came back?
Yes, but as you well know, in the WWE, pushes can come as fast, can go as fast as they come.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's definitely there. But it is something to think about, though. It is definitely something to think about. But here is something to really rejoice. Something that is really going to make the main roster better. The first vignette of the best tag team from NXT, guys. And we've been waiting for months and months for this team. Nope. I'm talking about the Ascension. I'm talking about Connor and Victor. The Ascension had their first vignette on Monday Night Raw, telling everyone they're coming, and I cannot wait for the day, Lance, when the Ascension joins the main roster and makes the tag team division on WWE that much better.
Actually makes it legitimate.
Well, yes, definitely.
How many teams we got now? Usos.
Los Matadores.
He's kind of getting squashed. Kind of that gimmick's about getting over about as much as a fart in church right now. Golden Stardust. Usos, Golden Stardust.
Los Matadores.
Yeah.
Miz and Damian Mizdow of sorts.
Yeah, and having 5 teams, it's starting to become legitimate.
Yes, exactly. You know, a really good tag team division where they're not just throwing people together. So, like I said, I am very much looking forward. It's probably going to be probably sometime in 2015, probably before the Royal Rumble, before we see the Ascension on a Monday Night Raw or a Friday Night SmackDown. I am really, really looking forward to what they do with them on the main roster. And following that, we would have, speaking of the New Day, Xavier Woods and Big E taking on Golden Stardust with Kofi Kingston on commentary. They kind of had a little weird interview segment before the match where they were Kofi was kind of getting on Big E's case for the amount of sweat that he was sweating, that he always had to have a towel. And it just brought up to light of how bad commentary is right now in WWE. I mean, if you're in commentary, you're not supposed to blow through spots and just let the fans watch it. You're supposed to be there to verbally describe the action and tell the story, and they have really dropped the ball in that case, you know, as far as I'm concerned. But overall, the matchup wasn't that bad. They would the New Day would hit the midnight hour on Goldust to pick up the win. At least Stardust, Lance, didn't look like the Great Gazoo like he did on TLC.
Or as I would call it, Zombie from Pee-wee's Playhouse. And a couple of problems I can start to see with the New Day. They're starting to make them a joke. One, why the hell is Kofi rapping?
I don't know.
Two, do you really want to make the big guy in your group known for being the sweaty guy?
Yeah. But anyway, following that, with Adam Rose and the Exotic Express, you know, they were getting all chipper. They're talking about an after-show party. Of course, you would run into the ultimate party hater. That would be Kane. And we get the announcement that Kane would be facing Adam Rose in a match, and that's pretty much what we had next. It was just that, and it was just Kane just dominating not only Adam Rose, but the Bunny took a chokeslam. And after the match was over, Kane decided, that wasn't enough. And he decided to tombstone pile drive the Bunny. And Lance, I think it's safe to say that Bunny Mania is not running wild anymore.
One, Kane might have heat, because I thought Tombstone was pretty much banned unless it was Undertaker doing it.
I've never really heard anything about that, to be honest.
Well, they stopped Kane from doing it for a long time, because he switched from the Tombstone to the Chokeslam, and that was how he usually finished them. And Taker pretty much only did it once a year. And two, somebody might want to call PETA, because I'm pretty sure what Kane did to Bunny qualifies as animal abuse.
Yeah, pretty much. But that's pretty much how that ended. Following that, guys and gals, we would have. Now it was scheduled to be Y2J and Paul Heyman, and the matchup that was selected was a street fight, but it never happens because Paul Heyman brings out, as you guys already know, Bork Laser, and some people say it's the best segment of the night. And I think they're full of crap, is what I think. As Bork Laser would F5 Jericho, leaving him filleting, and then Fandango would come out, and they would it was just he and Rosa Mendez dancing throughout the commercial break, and then before Fandango could say anything, out comes Roman Reigns, for once actually wearing some merch, because as long I'm not saying the gear he has is bad, but if you have merchandise, what's the ultimate way to push your merch? To wear it to the ring. Duh. See, I'm not even a WWE star, and I know that concept. How about that?
I have another better way to have your merch pushed.
And that's
have the Smoking Hot Divas wear it to the ring.
Well, yeah.
Because what's the number one rule in business? Sex sells.
Well, if WWE was still in the Attitude Era, maybe, but I think they've long since pushed away from that type of entertainment. But
pretty women wearing clothes makes men want to buy clothes.
Really? I thought pretty women wearing clothes makes men get a stiffy.
No, that's wearing no clothes.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. But anyway, guys and gals, as we venture on beyond that, out comes Roman Reigns wearing his merch for once, and Superman punches Fandango and spears him. And then, of course, Big Show will come out to try to say something because of the fact of what happened at TLC. And Roman Reigns said, Show, if you come down here, I'm going to punch you in the mouth. And that's exactly what Roman Reigns did, but it did not knock out the Big Show. But even though it did knock him off the ring apron, it still didn't knock him out. Then apparently the announcers were really heavily focused on that fact that the Superman punch knocked him off the ring, but it didn't knock him out. So I don't understand that. Maybe because Big Show has the KO punch, maybe. But anyway, we had Miz and Jimmy Uso following that. Damian Mizdow. That's all I can do, Lances. You know what I mean?
That crazy bastard.
I mean, yeah. It's no mystery as to why fans are gravitating towards Damian Mizdow, because what he's doing works. It's working for him. It's entertaining. He's basically shadow wrestling someone while Miz is in there during his matches. And while the referee was inadvertently distracted by Damian Mizdow in the ring, Jey Uso would hit the Miz in the stomach with a slammy, pretty much somewhat reminiscent of what happened at TLC, and then Jimmy Uso would hit the Samoan Splash to get the win. So Jimmy Uso somewhat gets a measure of revenge, and then backstage, the Miz would run. Say Miz and Damian Mizdow, but Miz would run into Naomi and said that he was going to make her a guest star on tonight's Miz TV. Lance, talk about that a little bit.
Oh, God almighty. I mean, I don't want to see another dang Miz TV. I mean, one, Miz TV always bores the hell out of me, but that's just me. And two, this is going to wind up getting a Miz getting knocked the hell out because you don't mess with another man's wife.
Yeah, but
Roman's beating the hell out of him, either one.
Yeah. You got a steel cage match between John Cena and Seth Rollins. Lance, how blatantly obvious was it going to be that Bork Lazer was actually going to stick his nose in this match and come attack John Cena? I mean, they couldn't be more obvious than that.
Well, again, there's a reason we say WWE needs to switch up their creative writing team and send them down to developmental to learn how the hell to do their jobs. Because NXT's developmental, thing has been
subpar.
It should have been spelled BROCKIS Comingout. And for those who don't know how to spell, I spelled Brock is coming out.
Yep, and that's pretty much what happened. And of course, the fans would jizz their pants. Oh, it's Lesnar suplexing Cena again. We love that. And then of course it would be an F5, and of course the fans come unglued because they want to worship the ground. Bork Lazer walks on like he's the best thing to happen in wrestling, and I still say no, he sucks. Got a couple of comments from the fans on Twitter. Believe it, this time not Facebook but Twitter. From if you guys ever want to tweet to me your thoughts about wrestling shows, just go to twitter.com/TheWrestleGamer, and we actually do have a couple of comments from someone about Monday Night Raw this week, and it's from from @Marianne Dowling. And the two comments that Marianne has is, he thought WWE sunk to a new low with Lesnar cold-cocking Jericho, but hit the basement having Lesnar do it to Cena. I think Marianne probably would have meant hit the roof, because when they had it done to Cena. And the other comment is, Rowan Rollins, probably should have meant Roman Rollins, couldn't fly a kite on his own, shows he can't wrestle either on his own. Has he ever won on his own? I don't know if I agree with that comment, Lance. What do you think?
Oh, is it Rollins or Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns? Because I heard Roman Rollins.
Well, she has running Rollins.
Well, when you think about it, when he first
maybe
the WWE, he had the Shield, then he had the Authority, and now he has the new
J&J Security.
No, I was thinking of calling them the new Stooges with him.
Pat Patterson and Gerald Briscoe would be so proud.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original Stooges. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Now it's time to go into overall scores and our picks for best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw. And guys and gals, this Monday Night Raw, barring a few things, was really almost a snore fest, in my opinion. And a lot of fans are like, oh, why aren't you excited about Bork Lazer on Monday Night Raw? We hated the fact that he attacked Jericho, but we loved it because he attacked John Cena. I'm like, do you not hear yourselves? Do you not see the way you react? And you expect me to worship the ground for a guy who basically has only 4 moves in his moveset? Because people have been judging people by the diversity of their moveset. And a lot of people, oh, John Cena's only got 5 moves of doom, which is not true. But, oh, it's the 5 moves of doom, and he only has 5 moves, and you suck. But Lesnar only has 4. Who sucks now? But, apparently they want to worship him. He can't even cut a damn promo to save his life. People out there would not be worshiping Bork Lazer the way they are if it wasn't for Paul Heyman. It's something, I know I hate to sound like a broken record, but that's pretty much, my thoughts as you saw a mysterious hand in the video. But anyway, guys and gals, best match of the night, even barring the, I'm going to go to the opening tag match with Ziggler and Erick Rowan, Big Show, and Luke Harper, because that was by far better. I'm going to give the honorable mention to the steel cage match, but the only reason why I'm not putting it up there in that top notch is the fact that it had Bork Lazer, and to me, anything that has Bork Lazer in it is automatically worst segment of the night, and that's what it is for me. Worst segment of the night, Bork Lazer attacking Chris Jericho. And fans want to worship the ground that he walks on, fine. I'm going to spit on the ground that he walks on. If fans want to worship him, say he's the best, I say he's the worst. Then again, I'm allowed to voice my opinion on my channel. Monday Night Raw is going to get a 2.5 out of 5 for the appearance of Bork Lazer. Lance, over to you. What's your overall score and your picks for best and worst of Monday Night Raw this week?
Well, overall, I'll give it a 3.5. I found it a quite entertaining show. I mean, most of the matches were pretty good. I mean, like, yeah, you had Jericho and just verbally tear up Lana and Rusev.
Well, you know what? For that, I'm going to bump it up to a 3.
And, well, yeah, they had
Because that was funny.
They had it a little obvious that Brock was coming back, but there's one thing. At least we had the champion on TV before the New Year, which everybody was complaining about.
And now that he's been on TV, he's probably going to be gone for another 5 weeks before Royal Rumble. Possibly.
I can. How many weeks is it before New Year? About 2. Because they have to have a good bit of build up before. So we might see him a few times before Rumble. So, and well, best match, I got to give it to the main event because that was a hell of a cage match. And well, eat, sleep, suplex, F5, repeat.
Yeah, you're going to keep rubbing that in my face, aren't you?
Dang right.
Anyway, guys and gals, what we want to know now from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on Monday Night Raw this week. What are your overall scores? What are your picks for best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw this week? Definitely want to hear what you guys have to say out there. Be sure you put your comments in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Yeah, like I said before, even though I voice my opinions, I still leave an open forum for everybody to voice their thoughts on a Monday Night Raw. That's what this is about. Unlike other people in the IWC who want to say, you can only talk with me if you have the same opinion as me. Not here. Not here. Because I think it makes for intelligent discussion. It makes for good wrestling discussions, in my opinion. Lance, what can fans expect to see when they come visit your channel over on youtube.com/LanceMossTV?
Album reviews, NASCAR discussion videos, redneck Goma cooking videos, musical equipment reviews, some rants. Starting next year, I will be having the archives of I'm trying not to cough right now.
Controversies and scandals?
Yeah. The archives of controversies and scandals, so if you hadn't gone over there, and I do a little bit of wrestling stuff here and there, but yeah, anyway, I'll subscribe if you hadn't.
And one of the biggest controversies and scandals from HWR is James really sculpting the homeless man statue with the cheeseburger right now. Hey, guys and gals, don't forget.
Confirm or deny that.
Anyway, guys and gals, if you're listening to us on the podcast side of things on Spreaker, be sure you hit that follow button if you like what you hear. And also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/WGS-TV. And don't forget to please subscribe to youtube.com/WrestleGamer and youtube.com/ZFXTV Network if you haven't already. So for the incomparable Lance Moss from Lance Moss TV, my twin sister Jenny, who had a very brief appearance at the onset of this review, and so on and so forth. With that being said, I am the Wrestle Gamer, saying thank you very much for watching. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this week's Monday Night Raw review has been brought to you by Lance Moss's version of Fuck It All.